5 years ago, Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn hit it big with the film Swingers, their ode to Los Angeles nightlife. Since then, both have gone on to other projects, but folks kept on wanting to know when they'd get back together. Well, the wait is over. They're back again in Made, a story written, produced, and directed by Jon about two Los Angeles guys new to the mob and getting their first taste of the high life.
Yes.
Hi.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I want to know where you're located. Where's your home?
I operate out of Chicago.
I'm Ricky Slade, by the way. It's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. And this is my friend here. This is Robert Ricigliano. And what was your name?
Terry.
Terry. Here's what I'm going to ask of you. Turns out we're going to be spending the night in New York. So it worked out well for all of us. I want you to take it back to the business class. I want you to round up a couple honeys. At our hotel room, we're going to have kind of a pool party. Like a California gangster style, you know what I mean? Kick-ass pool party thing.
Hey, listen. I don't care for the Sultan of Brunei. No man talks to me like that. Now, you can either learn some manners, or I can make a formal complaint to the airport authorities, and we can sort this out while you're waiting standby for the next flight to Kennedy.
Jon Favreau, Vince Vaughn. Good morning, guys. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I want to talk about how you got this movie made, because you went to a company that kind of specialized in letting creative people try some things.
Yeah.
But you went there as a first-time director and said, I want complete control.
Well, it was more like Vince and I went in there and with a script and said, we'd like to make this movie. How little do we have to make it for to get final cut? So we did it with a company called Artisan that's really has a good reputation for being very filmmaker friendly, and they gave us a lot of room to do what we wanted.
Explain that to me. How little you have to make it for to get final cut. In other words, they're not going to risk a lot if you're going to have the final say on the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
How much did you make it for?
We made the movie for $5 million all in, right?
Mm-hmm. Which, compared to Hollywood budgets these days, is minuscule.
It's pretty small, yeah. And we shot here in New York and Los Angeles, which was really important given the locations and stuff that we have in the script. You know, there's always a temptation to go shoot somewhere else, but it's very hard, I think, to cover New York City and match it somewhere else. It's so specific.
You two met on the
I'm very upset over the Carrie thing. I don't understand. There's a girl named Carrie that I see, and it happens to be her birthday today.
Wait a second.
With the guy who wanted to get married. I don't know if I date. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say date.
You see? What's the difference?
I don't know. You know what I mean?
He brought a sign. He brought a sign too.
I got my I wanted to wish her happy birthday too. Yeah.
It's the same girl, I think.
But I think it could be the same. I don't know how many Carries there are in New York with their birthday. Probably a lot.
Well, wait. You showed the front side of the sign. Do you want to use the back side as well?
We're not at that stage.
You got rid of the sign in a big hurry there.
Well, congratulations on your
Thank you very much. A couple of weeks in, you're about to be a father for the first time.
I'm about to be a baby.
What's your wife's name?
My wife's name's Joya.
And she's expecting your first child in 2 weeks?
It's not hitting me yet, because the way you and Catherine were talking about picking through the baby poop and examining it, I'm not there yet. But maybe in 2 weeks, who knows, we'll bond on that too.
You will be, yeah. We'll have a little pamper discussion between the two of us. You two met on Rudy, right?
Right.
What was it about? Was it personally that you connected or professionally? Because obviously you make a pretty good team.
Professionally.
No, the thing, me and Jon, we had both studied with a group called the Improv Olympic in Chicago, which with Del Close, which was sort of an improv group, and I was there prior to him. But we had that in common, and we just started joking around, kidding around with each other.
And film sets are great because you have all this downtime, especially when you're supporting players like we were on that one. So we were in South Bend, Indiana.
I was really like I was like a don't blink player. You were more of a supporting player on that one.
And then when I moved to Hollywood, we started hanging out, and that's what inspired me to write Swingers that we made together, and that sort of got everybody started.
You have the same sense of humor? Because people describe the film Made as dark humor, but you both seem to kind of revel in that a bit.
Well, you know, Swingers, I think, is a more innocent film, but I think it's a more innocent subject matter. And when you're dealing with a mob movie, you want to keep it believable that something could happen. There's a potential for violence or something. So, you know, I think the comedy is not necessarily dark comedy, but I think that you have a responsibility to keep it believable that there could be a threat of violence or something. So you have to tonally go back and forth within the movie.
Do you find that mob movies are difficult not to make cliche?
Yeah, we kind of play into the cliche a little bit and sort of play against it.
But you're doing it sarcastically.
Yeah, well, we figure our characters are really aware of those same mob movies, because we're not mobsters in the movie. We're real entry-level guys. Yeah. So we don't know what to expect. And so as we get into different situations, we kind of treat them as though we're in movies, but reality is a lot different from the movie.
And you say that's a little like the way you were after Swingers. They're kind of, these mobsters, these low-level mobsters are experiencing things for the first time, much in the same way that you both did after people recognized you for Swingers.
Jon's very smart that way. Like, you know, when we did Swingers, we flew for the first time on first class. Like we flew to Venice Film Festival. I was never on first class before, so I was kind of excited. I didn't know what was going on. There was buttons, there was things being given to me. So he was always a little bit embarrassed by my eagerness, I think, and so exaggerated for comedy for the sake of the movie. Jon sort of takes those experiences and puts them into the movie.
Well, the film also has Famke Johnson in it and Sean Puffy Combs. So Peter Falk, you've got a good cast, and good luck with it, guys.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having us.
Let's sort something out right now, okay? Because we're going to go back outside. James is in the crowd, all right? James is the guy who asked Carrie to marry him.
James, I'm proud of you, you know what I mean? But I'm confused. I'm not. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Let's hope for the best.
Let's make sure. Carrie is on the phone right now. Now, is this Vince Vaughn's Carrie or is this James's Carrie? Carrie?
Yes?
Are you the girl who dates Vince Vaughn or James?
James.
Okay, Vince, you're out of here.
Okay.
All right, you're off. You're done with this. So did you hear James's proposal a second ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, first of all, happy birthday, Carrie.
Thank you.
And what do you say about the proposal?
I'm shocked.
Okay, you want to say anything more than that? Then I'm shocked?
Carrie, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Carrie, I love you very much. You know that. And I'm hoping someday that we can get married. And Kurt and Deb, I know you're watching too. I know this is all happening very fast. Those are Carrie's parents. But I do love Carrie with all my heart. And, you know, if not soon or whenever, maybe someday we can get married. But I do love you, Carrie, very much. And that's it. God bless you. And I love you.
Carrie?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to say anything more?
I hope he comes home soon.
She said she hopes he comes home soon. Okay, and Vince Vaughn is here, and he said he's going to be contacting you after the show as well.
Maybe that gentleman would like to come. We have a premiere tonight of Made, and there should be a lot of girls there. Maybe. honestly, I like that. No, I'm being serious. Would he like to come to the premiere?
James,
of the movie
you're
tonight?
invited.
James, you want to come to the premiere tonight?
I would absolutely love to.
What do you
Deal.
think?
Can I bring a friend?
Can you bring a friend?
Can I bring
You're not going to need any friends. You're not going to need any friends tonight.
These are the two friends you're going to need tonight.
Thank you so much for calling back.
It's another warm Today Show moment.